Hello, everybody. Naturally, we are fashionably a little late. I could use the excuse of trying to make my hair neat and tidy, but that is not at all why we're late. I just felt like we needed a bit more sequining. We needed some red lips. We needed some fun and frivolity happening along the way. Hey, Gail, welcome to our live. So I'm really excited actually, as I've been talking about over the last few days. Let me just get that there. I feel like I need a bit more room on my desk, spread myself out. I've been talking a little bit about this new program that I've put together, and I wanted to give you a little bit of a backstory first and foremost and get you guys thinking about some stuff. So one of the things that we know is that there are people that come across our awareness, and it might be movie stars, celebrities, people on Facebook. It could be, hey, Georgina. It could be anyone that you kind of like look at and you're just like, wow. You know, those people that kind of create the gasp, that sudden intake of air where you're like, who is that person? You know, what is it about them? Why am I looking at them? And it's like, you know, the people, right, that you kind of like look at and then you look away and then you look at again and you try to kind of work them out. It's almost like they've got this, you know, magnetism that draws people to them, almost like a moth to a flame. To me, there are certain people that do this. So like, I think Gwen Stefani is amazing. I just love her. So we'll use her as an example, or Lady Gaga, Freddie had it. You know, it's really about that, you know, that cultivation. Some people think about it as celebrity. I think it's more like an it factor, right? So the it factor, if you think about it, are people who you look at, who you're drawn to, and they've just got there's something about them that is captivating, engaging, magnetic, and things like that. Now, the thing is that those people that have those qualities that create that gasp, that kind of create that sense of, I don't know what it is that you're saying and I don't even care, but I just need to kind of keep listening to you, and I love the way that you speak. I love the way that you do all of your things, and it kind of creates that feeling of I'm going to watch you forever. Now, that is not something that these people are born with, right? It's not something that when they were born, most of the time, it's not something that they're just like, hey, Joe, that they're like, oh my gosh, you know, I am completely captivating right from the very word, you know, from birth. It's not usually like that. It's usually something that is created and cultivated over time. Now, some of the things that I guess that I've had said to me, particularly of late, it's like, oh, you know, Nicola, like, how have you got all of this media? How are you speaking at other people's events? How are you running your own events? How do you, like, literally, it's like, how are you so confident on video? How do you know what to say? All of that kind of thing. How did you write your book? How do you manage to do live streams? How do you write your blogs? All of this kind of thing. And I guess what I've found to be really interesting is that I just kind of have gone through and have just done it, right? This is stuff that I've been talking about for a really long time, stuff that I've been teaching for a really long time. But I know that when I first started, so if you go back to 2010, things were really, really kind of clunky, right? They were hard. They were not forced, but you know, one of the big things was, you know, fake it till you make it. And I completely disagree with that actually as a methodology or as a behavior. I think you're much better off to get up and just do the freaking work versus trying to fake it, and you show up and you be the best version of you that you can be. But at the same time, we can certainly cultivate and create that it factor around you. And the thing that it really kind of comes down to is you fully owning who you are, what you're all about. It's absolutely your mindset, right? So there are four main things in the it factor. The first thing is your mindset. And if you think about how your mindset, whether you're making $1 million a year or whether you're in startup mode or whatever, your mindset is either going to really make or break you. Because it's that mindset of constantly showing up that is going to make you successful at the end of the day. It's also your mindset. If you've got a growth mindset, it's about looking at, okay, this is what's going on, this is what's working, this is what can be improved, and then constantly being okay to shift, adjust, pivot, do whatever it is that needs to be done in order to have you continuing and expanding. So you've got the mindset piece. And then the next thing is about really knowing your message, right? You know, what is your message? My message, like I think is reasonably obvious. It's all about you being visible. It's really about you freaking owning your rock star badassness, your intelligence, your wit, your ability to be able to communicate the things that are really important to you, your knowledge, your strengths, the way that you're able to help people, and just freaking own it, right? And really be able to propel that message forward every day of the week, every week of the month, every month of the year, every year of the decade, just constantly, right? And then the next piece is the media. Like, what media are you actually going to utilize in order to get your marketing out there? So media is not just about the, television. I mean, it's a great platform, if you like. It's a great part of it. And it's not just about getting featured in magazine articles or writing articles or being interviewed or anything like that. It's also about social media. It's the platform's positioning, really elevating what it is that you're doing so that you can be out there constantly, be out there doing the work that you're really here to do without freaking compromising on doing what you love with the people that you love. So that's really, I guess, what the it factor is all about. It's about you taking all of those elements. So your mindset, the message, your marketing, and the media, and using that to leverage everything that you're doing. Now, I know, and I'll go through the breakdown in a second, it's a little bit more formal today in terms of this, because I'm going to open up the enrollments today. Or the applications for enrollments today, should I be very specific about it. The thing is that this is what I know, and I've had it happen multiple times with clients. This is exactly the stuff that is going to have you double your business. It's exactly the thing that is going to have you being able to double your business, not necessarily year on year on year. If you go from 100 to 200, then 200 to 400, then 400 to 800, then 800 to 1.6. I've got no doubt that it would continue to scale like that. But I know right from this moment, you've absolutely got the opportunity. If you're doing $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, $250,000, $500,000 a year, this stuff will absolutely double your business. Hands down, I know that it will. So that's a really important thing to understand. So the breakdown of all of this, I'm just going to get my sheet that I prepared earlier. So this is not, as you can imagine, if I'm saying to you that you're going to be able to double your business, then it's not like you're going to be able to do this in T-minus 5 minutes. All right. This is something that is if you think about it, it's quite a big commitment. So this program is going to go for 6 months. So 6 months, and then we'll work out at the end what it is that you're going to do. You'll fly and be free, or we'll see what's going on at that time. But really, it takes 6 months to get all of this stuff bedded down. Now, what I've looked at is the programs that I've run over the years, and also looked at, what have I experienced the most amazing results with, and what have my clients experienced the most amazing results with. And really, at the end of the day, when I look at historically what we're looking at doing, 6 months, a good 6 months is how long it takes to get this stuff get this stuff down and get this stuff done and implemented for you to start seeing results. So what we're looking at in terms of breakdown is a 6-month program. And the thing that I noticed when I looked at the different features of programs that have worked the best, it's where there's been a community aspect. And I remember one of my best friends, Joe. You've all heard about Joe, unless you're new to me, and then everybody, you'll meet Joe Muirhead at some point or another, I'm sure. Something that she said to me in the past is that, Nicola, you're so great at creating community, so great at creating groups of people who all come together and who like each other, And I was just kind of like, really? Is that really the thing that, that I really do really well? Because it's just kind of like, it's just sort of natural. Like, it's just, it feels like it almost just kind of happens. But the way that I guess that we facilitate our masterminds and the way that we're so selective about who comes in to the programs is obviously a little bit cool. So you've got not just 6 months with me, which you get me one-on-one and throughout this program. So, that's a whole lot of fun. You get my brain inside your business, my fingers inside your business, your marketing, your brain, like literally kind of going, okay, what's going on in there? Let's pull out all of this stuff. Like, why didn't you go and do that? So you get my brain, plus you've actually got the benefit of mastermind. And what I think is really cool about that is that typically in masterminds that I've been in and masterminds that I've run, you've got all these people at different levels. And what's really cool about that is, number one, you've got not just one person with an external set of eyes on your stuff. You've actually got a whole tribe of people looking at your stuff, someone who's got your back. Someone who's like, oh, look, you know what, this is really great. This is what would work for me. This is something that I think might work for you. And then, everybody has got a different set of expertise and a different set of experience. So not only do you get the business perspective, but the thing that I think is really exciting, I last ran a mastermind in 2000, it finished in 2016 actually. And there's a lot of reasons that worked really well. But one of the things that was really amazing, it was part of it, was that the friendships that got made as a result of being in like all a common shared experience were absolutely, second to none. I know for me, when I've been in different group type programs, that the friendships that I've made, like Jo, for example, she was in the very, very first mastermind program that I was ever a part of, ever. And that started in 2011, so September 2011. And we're still, freaking best friends right to this day, many, many, many years on. Plus she's amazing. So, naturally we're still friends. And I think that's really important in this world of business, in this world of entrepreneurship, in this world where everyone is typically out for their own success. It's really important to find people, a circle of people who have got your back, right? I don't know about you, but I know for my clients, and I know for me as well, like there are some days where you're flying freaking high and you're freaking invincible, right? Those moments where you're absolutely invincible. Everything is working, everything is flowing. You've got money in the bank, you've got clients enrolling, you've got creativity flowing, everything's just working. However, what I also have found is that doesn't seem to happen every day, right? There are some days where you're just like why I wrote about this yesterday and talked about it yesterday. It's like, why the heck did I even choose this journey? This is just ridiculous. Like, and it's really important to have people around you, a circle of people around you who are able to say, dude, you're being an idiot, or you know what, how you're feeling is absolutely warranted. Or you know what, I felt like this last week and this is something that you can do. So I think it's important to have that circle around you. No man is an island, right? And no one should really, in my opinion, should be doing this alone, because it's too much. It is too much to be doing on your own. So masterminds are really important. The rest of what else? I'm just going to read off here what else you get. So there's one-on-one coaching with me. As I said, there's a mastermind. We've got a Facebook group. So we'll have a secret private Facebook group that no one else can see anything in. And I'm in and out of there all the time. So if you've got questions, you ask them, I answer them for you. If you've got stuff that you need feedback on, this is essentially like an all-you-can-eat Nicola type program, right? So that at no point in time should you ever feel like you're kind of bobbing along in the ocean, like, and the land is like not even visible anymore, and you're just kind of like bobbing along going like, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know what it is that I need to do. You'll always know, and you will reach out and you'll say, Nicola, I'm having a really great day. This is what's going on. This is what I need your help with. Or you might say, Nicola, I'm having a really fucked up day. This is really shit. You know, what is it that I need to do to really accelerate and move out of there fast? Because the quicksand is stifling, right? And that's kind of how I feel when, if you're having a bad mindset day, it can really feel like you're just being dragged down. So we want to have different things in place in order for you to be able to get back up and move forward. Because I guess what we're really talking about is creating strategies for you to be able to scale your business. Sustainable strategies for you to be able to scale your business while getting rich and famous doing it without compromising your values, without compromising fun, without compromising flow, without compromising alignment. Something that I did, when I first started in this business, I know, you know, there were certain things that I learned, there were things that I was teaching that I was really passionate about at the time. But there comes a time often if you're teaching the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, for me, it got a bit boring, to be honest. And I was like, no, I don't want to continue teaching that. And it got to the point where the money that I was making, so this is when we were at about $1 million a year, it was like, this is just actually not even worth it. You know, it was solely online. So I live in the middle of nowhere in country Victoria. And it's like, you know what, the money's actually not worth it. I don't want to do this anymore. You couldn't pay me maybe $10 million, I'd consider it. But it was just like, it's destroying my soul. I can't keep freaking doing this work. I don't want to double the business. I don't want to scale the business if this is the cost. So it took really burning it all to the ground and rebuilding everything from a place of pure alignment, doing things in a way that lit me up and therefore lit up the people around me, lit up my clients and the people coming in order for it to really kind of start to flow again. And I guess that's where the no compromising piece comes in. It's like, what is it that you actually want to do? How have you been holding yourself back? And what needs to happen in order for you to double? What needs to happen in order for you to double your business? And it's not usually about doubling the output, right? So it's usually about coming back to you, coming back to source, coming back to center, getting really grounded. And one of the big questions that I'll often prompt people with, and I ask myself this, like whenever I'm thinking about new programs, it's like, what is going to be the best thing that I could be talking about and teaching right now? What is the most amazing experience that I can create for me? Because I need to love the way that I'm facilitating. I need to love the way that I'm doing things. You know, what would light me up? And it's always about, you know, when I ask myself those questions, it's always about bringing in the online part of the business as well as bringing in some of the offline stuff. So what I mean by that, and this is what's going to happen over the course of the next 6 months, I don't believe it's enough for me and for a lot of clients of mine as well to just only do things online. So we'll be getting together in person because I know the power of, you know, masterminds online are great, that there is so much extra kind of like juice, for want of a better word, so much more juice that gets created and so much more that can be explored and delved into and cleared and released and accelerated and expanded upon when we are in person. So we're going to be getting together in person a couple of times throughout the 6 months. So the trainings that also happen, so we're going to have weekly calls. So there is no time, at no point in time are you ever to be feeling like you're kind of left bobbing around on your own. There's weekly calls for accountability, because accountability is really important, right? In this day and age, you can probably Google how to create $1 million a year online business on the Googles, and you could download the plan. I can tell you right now that if you've got a $6,000 program, we sell 83 of those a year so just 83 people a year, you'll make $500,000, right? It's not freaking hard, actually. The numbers are not hard. The plan is not hard. The thing that most people need is they need laser focus. They need accountability. They need the ass kicking. Maybe it's just me. I don't know about you. I need ass kicking. Like it's maybe this is why I play roller derby. It's just like, I really love someone going, hey, you're full of shit, get off your ass, go do the thing. Stop crying, get up and go. I also, like, it's a little bit like a punch, hug type thing, right? Or like a hug and then a punch, get back up and out. Go and produce something amazing, because I know that you can. This happened on the bench actually at Derby a couple of weekends ago, where I got all up in my head. I was like, oh my God, maybe I can't do this. I was filled with self-doubt, with anxiety. I was beating myself up more than the other skaters on the track were. I was having a real time of it. And my coach is just like, you can do this. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have been registered. You wouldn't have been cleared. I saw you skate yesterday. You're good. You can do this. I know you can. And it took her talking to me for about 5 minutes to actually get me up and back out on that track. So there are days when that happens. So you've got accountability, ass kicking, and all of that stuff. The specific trainings that we're going to be going through are really fun. So we're going to go from dreamer to rock star and beyond with your messaging, right? We're going to absolutely own your badassery, your version of being a freaking badass for your industry, so that you can own it, so that when people look at you, they're like, I don't know what it is about that person, but she's got it, right? She's absolutely got it. We're going to be talking about marketing naturally, websites, blogging, vlogging, all of that stuff. We're going to look at what the frog are you going to sell. So are you going to sell high end? Are you going to sell low end? How are you currently making money? How are you currently serving your clients? And how can we use the things that are working well now in that, the things that you love, and how can we expand and grow that? So it could be adding in a lower end element. It could be adding in events, retreats, residentials. It could be adding in high ends, courses, programs, whatever it might be. So we'll look at all of that and make sure that you've got a money plan, because that's important, right? If you're going to double your business, you've got to be able to double your income. So we'll have a look at the best, most effective, efficient way, you working your magic. That is the not negotiable piece throughout anything. So there's no compromising on this, right? There's absolutely no compromising on this. And I think this is the thing, that when we look at people who have got that thing, they've got that it factor, they've got that stage presence, it's because they're being fully themselves. They may be like amplifying a piece of them, right? But they are absolutely being themselves. We're going to dominate your niche, because why would we not do that? Hey, Sandy, we're going to be making all of the monies because, like I said, if we're doubling your business, you've got to be able to make money. One of the things that I'm really excited to share, that I've actually never ever shared, that I've never actually ever shared before, is how you can become PR ready. So a lot of people go, oh, I've got to go and hire someone for PR. I've got to go and do this. No. There are ways and there are things that we want to have in place that I've learned most recently over the last 12 to 18 months that are going to put you in great stead for excellent PR opportunities, for excellent, for excellent results, right? Because in my opinion, if you're going to go and hire a PR person, you've got to have some substance there. You've got to have something for them to work with, right? So what we're going to do is actually work through all of that so that you can, when you get the call to go and be on TV with Richard and Sonia on Channel 9, or you get the call to go and film for Koshi's, or you get the call to write for the Weekend Australian or Money Magazine or Smart Company or Umbrella or whoever it is that you're writing for. The thing that we want is we've got to be able to back it up, right? So that's where that substance really, that platform underneath you, that foundation becomes super, super important. So what we'll be doing is I'll be opening up my little black book of all the things that we can use in order to be able to do that. So that's, I think, really freaking exciting to me. You know, I've seen such great results in the last, well, you guys have probably seen them as well, particularly over the last 6 months with the release of the book, which only just happened in October last year. So being able to, you want to write a book? We'll do that this year too. So everything that we do is going to be building you up for success. Everything that we do is about creating and cultivating that it factor for you, right? So really making sure that we're able to enhance all of those elements, amplify everything, and build almost like a celebrity sort of vibe around you, around what you're doing, around your programs and your offers, with the intention that it will double your business. So that's the it factor. I'm so super, super excited about it. So here's the way that you can find out more about this. So I am opening up applications today. There are no more than 20 places for this, right? It's high level in terms of high touch point with me. It is, it's a significant investment, but I think you'll also be incredibly pleasantly surprised with how achievable I've made it for everyone. So if this is something that you're curious about, make sure you message me. We'll go back and forth. We'll have a chat about where you're at, what you're looking for. Make sure it's a fit. So the thing is, though, is that you have got to believe right now, or like when you're watching this, like when you actually message me and you're like, Nicola, I'd love more information about the it factor. So this is what it's called. It's called the it factor. You've got to be at a point where you're like a hell's yes, Nicola. You are the person to help me. I've been sitting on the sidelines, or I've been in this stuff before, whatever it might be, and you've just got to be like, I'm a freaking hell's yes. I can't not do this. If you're not at that point, then that's totally fine. Go stalk me, go do what you need to do. That's absolutely fine as well. There are some fast action bonuses for people that are moving really fast. So in addition to everything that we've been talking about, for the first 8 people, that's it. You'll get 2 bonus one-on-one sessions with me. I'm actually also going to promote you to my audience. And yes, that means also to my list. Now, when I've done this in the past, I very, very rarely promote other people through my audience or through my list ever, actually. The last time that I did this, when I've done this before, it's been part of a residential program. So that's been where I've had some clients come and we'll all live in together, and we're creating marketing, we're doing all of this stuff. And often what I'll do is I'll go and introduce people, my clients, to my people, to my audience, either on here or both on here and through my email list. I've had people make tens of thousands of dollars just from that introduction, not just from the onset, but also from repeat and recurring clients that just continue to stay with those people, because for whatever reason, there are people in my audience that I know are a better fit for my clients than what they are for me, right? It's just it's just the way that things are. So we'll do a promotion. What that means though is that first and foremost, like we're going to put our heads together and go, okay, what's the best, most amazing thing that you've got going on right now? How are we going to position it? What works really well with my people? Could be blah, blah, blah. And we'll make sure that there's a really amazing gelling between you and me, which obviously, because like we'll be working together. So like we're both freaking badasses and amazing people. So it's just about then putting that out to my audience. And I know that you'll get an increase in inquiries. You'll make sales because that's just what happens. Like that's just what happens every time. It's really fun. I shouldn't even be surprised about it because it's just what happens. Tens of thousands of dollars get made. So, and it's usually just from one email. It's really hilarious. The other bonus that you get is you get $1,000 Nicola cash, which you can put towards either other one-on-one sessions with me. Maybe it's about putting it towards an event. And that's a lifetime credit that you get to use for life, right? Depending on what it is that you feel like you want to cash that in for. So that's that. I think the thing that I really want to leave you guys with today, and if you've got questions, make sure you hit me up, let me know. Katerina, oh my God, yes, oh my God, yes. So it's going to be freaking amazing. It's just like, I was just thinking about the last mastermind that I ran and the caliber of people that are always in it always pull other people up to like a whole new standard, right? So it's and the friendships and the connectivity and the inspiration that just gets shared. It's just like this magic melting pot of freaking awesomeness. And I'm beyond thrilled and I'm beyond excited to open another one up. So that's what's happening. Now we start on the 10th of May. So this is not something that you can kind of sit around and go, oh yeah, Nicola, look, now's not really the right time for me. Maybe I'll come back in a month. That's cool, come back in a month, but this will be closed, right? This is closing. We start on the 10th of May. When you decide to enroll sooner, then we're going to, like, if you're like, oh my God, Nicola, this is what I need, hit me up, message me, let me know. We'll go through the information, go through the details. When you move, like, we're going to start working together straight away. So by making those fast decisions, not only do you get the bonuses, but you actually get longer time as well, which is pretty awesome. The thing that I want to leave you with today is that you do have the it factor within you. You just do. Most of the time, it's lying dormant, right? So the thing that I have this unique kind of ability to see is your potential, your alignment, your soul, your amazingness, the stuff that you know is within you. And then really what I do is I create the vehicle for you to be able to share that. Well, we create the vehicle for you to be able to share that out with the world. We work together to get that polish on there so that when you do go out there, you're like this shining light of amazing awesomeness. And sometimes we can doubt that, right? Sometimes I still doubt that. Not very often, but it's, we're all about being real and no bullshit, right? I still have days where I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Is this, did I really choose this life? Have I really got that thing that people say? People are very, very lovely and very kind and usually say very lovely things about me. Sometimes they don't, but we put that down to trolls, right? But really, like, the thing is that you've got this within you. And it's not about me saying, like, convincing you of that. You already know that you have it. You already know that you are going to be successful. You already know that you are going to make it. You know that you are going to be rich. You know that you are going to be famous. You know you are going to be wealthy. You know that you have got it. You've always known that. As a child, you were probably a performer. You were probably someone who, I don't know, maybe you're a bit like me and perhaps you were told that you could speak underwater with a mouthful of marbles without drawing breath for like 3 hours. Or maybe on your school reports, it was like, for me, it was like, Nicola would do so much better if she just stopped talking. So you've always known this. It's inherent. That's not something that really has ever been a doubt, right? However, for some reason, you're not quite there yet. You know you're going to get there. You've always known that you're going to get there. You're just sick of doing it in that slower way when you know that you could be there faster, you could get there quicker, you could be there stronger, you can get there with some ass kicking and some strategy, right? You know, I think the thing when I look at the stuff that I've done really well, hey Jess, I've done really well over time, is that it's kind of like I've got this ability to be able to create system and structure while still allowing flow and alignment, right? So I create checklists and I create flows and I create process charts and we create the content maps and models and this, that, and the other. And most of the time when you're a performer-like person, when you're someone who is really, you know, you've just kind of got it, you know, that thing that you've got. Sometimes we really just need that system and structure and support in order to be able to channel some of that energy in the most efficient and effective way possible in order for you to actually create a result. I am the queen of being distracted by the shiny things, not just the sequins like on my dress, right? Because I felt like the it factor needed sequins today. And I think that that's something that is really powerful. It is really needed. And it's just really fucking awesome, actually. So that is that from me for today. If you've got questions, let me know. Talent is not enough. You've got to also have that spit polish almost to take you up and get you out there and create that it factor around you. So let's do it, baby. Message me. If you've got questions, hit me up, let me know. I've got a bunch of information that I can share with you. I do not have a sales page for this. You cannot just go and buy, right? This is application only, maximum of 20 people. We kick off on the 10th of May and I'm just beyond thrilled to be able to share this with you. So let's get to it. Get out there, go help some people, get visible, and most of all, have a whole bunch of fun doing it. And let's go. I'll talk to you tomorrow.